and thank you for joining me today on Stick Media. I hope you are actually having an amazing weekend. So let's start off with a lot of things that are actually going on in the polity. We're going to start off with the situation currently right now with the APC and the ADC. So the APC government refused GRV and OB access to a venue. The GRV, that is Badiwell Rose Vival, was officially set to decamp to the ADC today, but PeterObi is expected to also be at the event. Now, Badiwell Rose Vival acquired and fully paid for a venue in Alimosho for the event. Plans were in top gear, and by Thursday, everything was set. But since Thursday night, the government mobilized Agbaros and the police to take over the venue. When Badiwell Rose Vival visited the venue to request why they cordoned off the area, the heavily armed police officers told him that it was an order from above and he needed to see the commissioner of police. He, however, also did that. Well, on Friday night, they sent the army and the DSS to join forces with the police and further militarize the area. They restricted movement and refused even the residents' passage. To cover up the agenda, very late in the night, they sent out a circular calling for an emergency APC meeting at the same venue. Well, as it stands right now, governments in Lagos State in Alimosho seems to be dramatizing. There were complaints by some passers-by and other residents that that area is completely landlocked. It's like the entire police force was offloaded at the venue to stop GRV's defection. Now, that's not even the only thing that actually transpired. So they also went to another venue for the, what's his name, for GRV to defect to the ADC officially. But they said more than 50 thugs went there, displaced people, injured them. There are actually pictures. A lot of them were injured. A lot of them were hurt. Some were compelled. About over 50 sponsored thugs, supposedly. That's what reports are actually indicating. These thugs coming from nowhere. They were sponsored. They attacked the second venue, which was booked to announce the defection of Badiwell Road's Vival, and they were heavily armed thugs. In fact, this happened in the presence of the police. They dispersed the crowd. That's the loyalists of Badiwell Road's Vival that gathered for the event. As of 3 or rather 2 p.m. today, there was chaos in that particular area. Most of the supporters were attacked and wounded. Some were hit on the head by the sponsor thugs. Now, a couple of supporters of Baptiste were saying, "You're gonna learn. You don't know anything." This situation has become so scary. There is a complete crackdown on opposition voices, starting from Lagos. And this is just exactly how the 2027 elections will be. There will be no campaign by opposition parties in Lagos State. They are making sure that no opposition comes close to Lagos. And they want to enforce such attributes on all the APC-run states to ensure that no opposition comes there to actually run any form of campaign or any form of advertisement for any other opposition political party. These are scary times, and I don't know what Nigeria's democracy is like. This administration really is making people hate, is creating hate, and is taking us back to the primitive era. And the worst part is that they're using ethnicity. They're using I am a Yoruba. They're using that Yoruba first. That's what they're using to camouflage the entire thing. It's bad. It's wicked. It's dangerous. And the funny thing is, I don't understand what you're afraid of. If you believe in yourself, why are you afraid of a competition? What kind of competition do you want to be part of when there is nobody to compete with? Then there is no need for an election in 2027. Well, I would like to know what you think in the comment section. Meanwhile, former Anambra State Governor PeterObi has announced a temporary break from public engagements for a few days after doctors advised him to take medical rest. The statement was made on Saturday. The former presidential candidate of the Labour Party disclosed that he began to feel unwell while attending a tourism program in Enugu. PeterObi said after undergoing medical checks, he was prescribed medication and told to take 1 or 2 days off his usually packed schedule. So he, however, assured his supporters and associates that he remains committed to his engagements and will return to public activities after his recovery. His supporters actually say it is time, that he has been all over the place and that he actually needs rest, while others are actually scared that maybe some persons have introduced some diabolical means and that he needs to be extremely careful now that things are getting tensed up in the polity. Now, the former Anambra Sorry about that. The former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai has asserted that the people of the southeast are lagging behind the rest of Nigeria regarding the voter registration exercise. El-Rufai made this statement in Imo State. He also appealed to Igbo mothers and daughters to take voter registration seriously, stressing that leaders are not selected or appointed. He says because the governance of the country today is democratic and that they elect the leaders, they are not selected. So they cannot be appointed, they can only be voted in. He says, looking at the numbers of the continuous voter registry in Nigeria in the last 2 weeks, the southeast, including Imo State, of course, are lagging behind the rest of Nigeria. And they're appealing to the mothers and daughters and sisters to actually try to participate in the registration exercise. Then the Labour Party is accusing the ruling APC of plotting to infiltrate its structures and hijack its ranks. The interim National Publicity Secretary of the party, Tony Akeni, made this known in an interview with Vanguard. He explained that information reaching the party's headquarters from various states of the Federation indicates that the APC is positioning its moves to infiltrate the party structure through the scheduled party congresses at the ward, local government, state, zonal, and ultimately the national level. Akeni also accused the administration of President Bola Tinubu of interfering in the activities of INEC. Well, interesting times ahead. Meanwhile, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, former president of Nigeria, has said that he faced quite a couple of betrayals while he was running in 2015. He said a lot actually transpired. Only a few persons he could actually consider to be close allies and friends. And this was during the 70th birthday ceremony of Mike Ozekame, a senior advocate of Nigeria, where he actually commiserated with him, thanked him for his commitment, loyalty, and friendship and continuity in terms of him supporting former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. However, some Nigerians say indeed it is true. No politician is to be taken serious. No politician is to be trusted. The big question is, now that it's just 2025, we're about to get into 2026. What should Nigerian politics look like with what is currently going on, specifically in Lagos State? It seems that drastic measures are not being taken, and there are talks that opposition is just being too lenient, too quiet, that they need to take it just like the APC is taking it, and take it rough shoulder for rough shoulder. Unfortunately, no one knows what the ruling party will do to innocent Nigerians who just want to go about their businesses and not be part of their political trends. Stay on here with Estate Media for updates.